Coming up, it's a rivalry that started back in 1930. But as the Chicago Cardinals and Portsmouth Spartans, today, Arizona and Detroit battle once again. And it's next.
Now the big leg of Matt Prater ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Ford Field. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. They'll run for the first time with DeAndre Swift. He had to fight that time. Ran through one tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage. Well, this defense for the Cardinals, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
Anytime you can hold a team to less than 10 points, your expectation winning that game has to be sky high. In fact, you'd be absolutely stunned to come away with a loss in that one. Could you imagine going to the press conference and trying to explain that?
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And right away, he lost the football. And some room to run now.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. The first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. Here's Goff. And it's caught. And in for the Lions. Touchdown. Josh Reynolds. His second touchdown on the season. And the Lions take it right down and score on the opening drive. Bullock good on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. 5 plays there on that drive. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Arizona Cardinals offense coming out here for the first time, and we get a peek at Kyler Murray, the dangerous offensive weapon now in his 3rd season in the National Football League.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass. He didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why defense loves it.
Touchdown, Cardinals. Andy Isabella hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game. Prater for the extra point. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And exactly how fast was he going? According to Next Gen Stats, 21.7 miles per hour. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Zaven Collins, rookie first-round pick there on the stop.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
2nd and 10. Now gone. Incomplete. This is Alvin Wilson. Touchdown. Alvin Wilson, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Lions on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Extra point and good by Bullock. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Offense coming back out. Let's give you a look at the playoff race now. This is into the weekend in the NFC. Now Murray off play action. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
They'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Go off a handoff here to Swift. And he loses the football a second time. And the Cardinals have got it going the other way. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. And a strange one here. A little sitting at the field goal unit now. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Following the fumble recovery, Murray. He will find the rookie from Purdue. That's Rondale Moore. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. A big connection on that one. 32 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Chase Edmonds, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game. Extra point good by Prater. And it will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will not be returned. It will come out to the 25. DeAndre Swift heading back out with his Detroit teammates. And ball security has been a big issue. You see the numbers there. He's fumbled twice already.
And whenever we talk about ball security, it's not simply how you're holding the ball when you run it. It's all the other things that you do. Is it in the proper arm, meaning the sideline is protecting you? Are you dipping a shoulder to protect the ball as well? And obviously the 4 points of pressure to make sure it's tucked firmly against your body so people can't pop it out.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instinct. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Chandler Jones has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. These 2 teams all tied after 1. And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. first down. That's out to the flat for Edmonds. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
He's going to look deep down the field. And this is caught inside the 5. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A huge play there for Arizona. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Throwing now is Murray, eluding the pressure right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Zach Ertz, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals have broken the tie.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. And the formula there on the 2-point try to go 5 wide, not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that someone, if they're going to catch the ball, they can catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
And Detroit getting set to go now. The partner, just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season, the playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
Yeah, boy, it is tough to bring him down that time. He surges forward. He's going to get a full 6 out of that. 2nd down. They run out of the gun with Swift. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Here's Jack Fox now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is making sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Murray again, 2nd and 10. Ertz over the middle. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now Murray again. Able to find Isabella. And they move this all the way down to the 9.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on third down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep with the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
The quick slant caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Zach Ertz with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. Prater for the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and the Cardinals cap it with a touchdown. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Jared Goff and the rest of the Lions offense set to go to work once more. A lot of the problems have been on the other side of the ball. Is that frustrating for a quarterback who's been playing well?
It is, but there's no way that the best ones let their teammates know that. They actually take it upon themselves and say, okay, I have to do even more, or I need to play better. Maybe even say I put my defense in a bad spot. That's what true leadership shows you.
Yeah, well, he doesn't need to change much personally. He'll air this out deep for Harmon. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big play there for Detroit. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Goff. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now Goff. And incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Goff now looking to throw. He gets this complete to Cephas. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the 1st, right around the 15. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. Bullock's kick is good. And they're hanging around here as the lead's down to 12. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Well, the Cardinal offense going to take over late in this 1st half. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he's got to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big play that time through the air. 36 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Murray. Going for the deep ball. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play.
Come on, baby.
So that challenge, a successful one. To throw, it's Murray. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Andy Isabella with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Extra point good by Prater. And that will make this a 19-point game.
17.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Lions going to go back on offense one final time in this first half. And with 25 seconds to go, we'll see how they want to play this. And just 25 seconds to go in the half now as they've got it 1st and 10. Out of the gun. Gone. Pressure comes and the Cardinals bring him down. The linebacker Jordan Hicks flying in there for the sack. A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything. The final shot before break here. Gone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Cards with a lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half it didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it. But I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities. And I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
That'll be caught. It's Isabella. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A big connection on that one. 31 yards. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got it?
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Andy Isabella there to make the grab. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. Prater for the extra point. And that will bump the lead up to 26.
Lions 17.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Lions offense heading out as we give you a look at the playoff race coming into the weekend in the NFC. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together.
He's got a man complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. On the handoff, this is Swift. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Here's a handoff to Swift. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Tackled by Isaiah Simmons.
A gain of 4 brings up 2nd down at their 49.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. Now we've got whistles, and the man slow to get up here is Jones. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the pressure will bring him down here. the Cardinals get home for the sack. Zaven Collins able to record his 5th sack of the season. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. Here's Moore on the return. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 23-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them, every move they make works, it clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. Play fake, Murray. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third-quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
1st down, Murray. Ertz has it left side. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
This is caught. Touchdown. Andy Isabella. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Cardinals add on. Extra point good by Prater. And the lead will swell by 1 more. So that drive, 4 plays. And it winds up in a touchdown for Arizona. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. And Detroit back in possession of the football. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is, just what you said, you've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 9.
Throwing on 3rd. Goff. He'll air this out deep for Harmon. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Desperation time for Goff on 4th. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Goff. That's taken in, complete to Reynolds. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A couple of 1st downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. On the draw, Goff will give this to Swift. Zach Kerr, the big defensive tackle, the one to get him down. 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Here's Goff. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 39.
That's another Detroit Lions 1st down.
Back to throw, Goff. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Zach Kerr. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. He seemed to have a reasonable amount of time in the pocket, but he couldn't get rid of the football, and the end result, Charles, him on the ground.
Yeah, he's got to keep an internal clock to go along with his offensive line. When you're talking about 3, 4, 5 seconds, that's a reasonable amount of time to expect to deliver the ball downfield. So great to try and complete a pass, but it's equally important to know when to throw the football away, too.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. This one taken in by Cephas. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's fourth down. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. And Bullock will put this one through, and that will narrow this, if that's even the right word, to a 30-point deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
More now to return. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The football back in the hands of the Arizona Cardinals. And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10. They'll fake it to Connor. Now Murray. Going up top. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. On second down, this is Edmonds. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. On play action, it's Murray. He's going to look deep for more. And he's caught on his sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up 4th. And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get him.
Keep playing.
After review of the play, ruling on appeal is reversed.
So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And these guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Now they get a fourth-quarter pick. Something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. Has a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Chandler Jones in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he is finally out of bounds, but he gets all the way down, right around the 20. A big play there on the catch and run. The offense has to love that because that was just a dump down, and then he turned something out of seemingly nothing.
And the best quarterbacks understand that dumping it down is often a good play, a better play than even what was drawn up.
Now Goff on first down. And he's got it. Got his man on the end round. Complete. And they corral him just a couple of yards shy of the end zone.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. There was window. And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review of this being inside. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review. So they had it right. Pulling good on the extra point, and that will shave a bit off the lead as it's down to a 23-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Arizona's offense back out and ready to go. And this one is going pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the fourth. That's Isabella open on the right side. And all the way down to the 26. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Murray's going to look to throw this thing. That ball complete to Isabella. Touchdown, Cardinals. Andy Isabella, 26 yards. And the Cardinals are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this fourth-quarter advantage. Prater for the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory. But it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one. He's going to let it fly. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. A shotgun snap for Goff. Throw left side to Reynolds. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call.
Let's go.
One last throw here for Goff. And a little bit of a consolation prize here. He's into the end zone. Won't win him the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
The extra point is good, but it only impacts the final score as this game comes to a close. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played